This is my daughter's guest bathroom. A year ago when she moved in, I bought a Dollar Tree shower curtain and rug just so I can shower, and she hadn't changed a thing a year later. She wanted me to update the countertop, but I think we can do something more with the entire bathroom. Keep watching. Hey, Mom! Here's the countertop. It's old, it's yellowed. She wants to have some type of a marble finish. I'll get around to that, but first I have to work on the cabinet. First I used a drill to take off the doors. Once the doors were off, I took off the hardware that I could, put that in plastic bags, and covered the hardware I couldn't remove. I used liquid sandpaper to give it a good cleaning, and then I followed up with an electric sander on the sides and on the door fronts, just for a nice clean finish.
Scared doggy. You scared? Did it scare you?
Yes, but she's better. Very brave.
Subscribe to Hey Maaa to see how I transform that dining room. But back to the cabinet, I put a single layer of primer on it and followed that with 2 layers of light gray paint. This paint was purchased from Home Depot for just $9. You gotta look in the remnants. I put a single layer of polyacrylic on it in a satin finish. After that was fully dry, I was ready to remove my painter's tape. There were a few areas where I needed to touch up the paint, but all in all, I was very happy with the paint job and I was ready to move on to the countertop. So I did clean it thoroughly with a crud cleaner. I also scraped out all of the old caulking from around the sink. I'll be replacing that later. I purchased this from Amazon for about $6. It is a peel and stick countertop, and since this is the guest bathroom that is rarely used, I think that it'll be perfectly fine to add this on. Here's how it looked when I finished, and then I did putty around the sink and in the corners to make sure it looked neat and professional. As realistic as it possibly could for peel and stick. This is before, this is the after. Okay, so that's done. The other thing about her bathroom, she had this weird medicine cabinet. It was over the toilet paper and it was really cramping the space. So I decided to move it from one side to the other. She thought I should just get rid of it and put floating shelves up, but me being frugal, I said there is something I can do with this cabinet so that you don't have to spend money. So here I'm taking off the doors. I was going to repurpose them on the shelf by removing the inserts, but my daughter did not want it. She wanted open shelving, so that was a lot of work for nothing. But here I'm gluing it back together. It was basically falling apart. Very old, laminate, dated looking. So I did glue and screw it to make it stronger. And then after that, again, I primed all of the pieces. This is one of the shells from inside. I primed the entire piece with 1 coat of primer and then 2 coats of the light gray paint to match the cabinet. If you're enjoying this makeover video, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to Hey Maaa to see more projects just like this. Alright, so after I was done priming it and putting the paint on there, I moved on to the wall. So when I removed the cabinet, this is what the wall looked like underneath. They did not unscrew 4 screws to paint the wall properly. Fine. She had some remnant paint, although it did not match exactly. It was a matte or flat finish, and I needed something that was satin. So I painted it and then I went over it with acrylic. I also went over the opposite side. My daughter wanted me to remove the towel bar. When I did, I discovered that they had glued and screwed it to the wall, and there was another mark that looked like maybe something was there and discolored. I don't know what Anyway, I filled in the wall with putty and sanded it down so it could be smooth, and then I tried my best to cover the mark with the shelf because I was over it. My daughter loved how it turned out. I added towel hooks onto the bottom so that you would have a place for your towel. I want to point out the orange tree. My daughter bought that and this beach scene for her bathroom as inspiration of where she wanted to go. I did find this shower curtain on Amazon, and the great thing about Amazon is if you look at the reviews, you can see the shower curtain in people's homes, and that was very inspiring. These are the exact same floor plans that my daughter had. So again, if you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to Hey Maaa for more videos like this. Like, hit the bell, do all those things, whatever you want to do. Here we have Leo, who is modeling a seagull picture that I had purchased for my daughter. Actually, no, I got it from my job for free when they did a remodel. I thought it would go perfectly with the gray and yellow scheme and the beach scheme. So that wall, even though I tried to match it, if you don't have the right finish, it's never going to look like it matches. That was fine. I had this picture. It was large. I felt like I could cover the spot. All I thought I had to do is maybe paint the frame to a nice gray color, and it would go perfectly with the beachy bathroom. So I painted on 1 coat of primer, 2 coats of gray, and 1 coat of polyacrylic. I was ready to hang this painting and call this bathroom done. Of course I wasn't going to be done. That would be too easy. So I hung up the painting, my daughter took a look at it, and she decided that it was too plain. She did not like the black and white. She likes color. It looked too plain. It was not what she was going for. But once again, I love challenges, and maybe she knows I like that. But I said, okay, fine. We can do something about that. And if I'm gonna be honest, I did want to put something in the room that was artistic, crafty. My daughter's not really a crafty person. I didn't want her to put something in there that she didn't like just to make her mother happy. I wanted her to actually like it. So I tried a new technique on the painting. I had to remove it completely from the frame, which means I could have done this to begin with. It would have been a lot easier. But I digress. I removed it completely from the frame. I did a technique called glazing. It's usually used in oil painting, but I did it with acrylics. It's basically you're taking translucent, very thin translucent layers of paint, and you're building up color in a black and white picture. This is a glazing medium that I use, and I used Arteza paints, and these are my inspirational photos. And I just got to painting. It was actually fun, and it was fairly fast because acrylic paint, unlike oil paint, is very fast drying. This technique is actually used to help build depth in painting. If you first do a shaded black and white sketch pointing out the low lights and the shadows and the highlights, and then you start building the color on top of it, it's automatically going to have more depth than if you just start trying to get those shadows and things without the shading. Here is how it looked when I finished. It's basically the same photograph, but it looks like a painting. It has depth and texture, the blues of the water and the yellows of the beaks, just very subtle color added to it. I especially like the texture, and more importantly, my daughter liked it. So, mission accomplished. I'm sorry about the glare. I didn't get very good photos when I was there. I will get some better photos and post it on the heymaa.com website. And that really was the last project. With that, this bathroom is done. We were able to renew this cabinet, restore this countertop, refurbish this medicine cabinet, and even have recycled bottles on there, and also recreate this painting. The mood of the bathroom has been transformed. It is beautiful. And guess what? We only spent $50 doing it. If we can do it, so can you. So if you're inspired by our crafts, please hit the like button. If our DIYs motivate you to do it yourself, please consider subscribing to Maaa. Thank you for staying till the end. Until next time, bye.